It is Tuesday, the 18th, and I made a video this morning, but I decided not to post it because I felt like it was too early in the day to make a video on my thoughts and my feelings of the day, and just in general, because ever since been sleeping early, I've been waking up earlier, and it's been making me do things quicker, not quicker, but more. And then doing tasks earlier in the day gave me more time and leeway to do more. So I spent the entire day at the library today, basically. I spent from like 1 p.m. to like, 6? Like 6:50? 6:52. So I spent from almost 6 hours in the library today, and I took a nap. I know I took a nap. I was reading one of the books I pushed myself to read and to remember and to absorb, and I just couldn't stay up. So I decided just take a little nap because what I've learned, not just from like AP psychology, but just from like my own self, is that a good way to like study or to learn and or to just use your brain basically in these kind of ways is you do tasks and then you change the task completely. Because for example, when I used to study, I would sometimes just study flashcards, and then after studying the whole flashcards, I would just do another thing, and then I go back to flashcards later. And as you're doing that little different task or giving yourself a break, you're actually giving yourself time to actually try to like engrave that knowledge into you. And this is just like, oh, you read it once and then you go back. You do this several times. I would just read the flashcards, then I'll go watch like TV for a bit, then I'll like pause what I'm doing, and then I'll go back to the flashcards, do a little summary, and then I'll watch the TV again, and I'll do intervals of that. It's not that hard. It's just a different way, because you don't want to constantly stimulate your brain with a constant thing, or else it's not gonna like absorb it, and you're just gonna be draining yourself. So I took a nap, and then I continued to read. And I'm glad I didn't post that video, because not only what happened after that video, it's just that this day was very productive, and I felt very, I don't know, it was different than yesterday or the day before, and it felt like more of a profound change happened. A little shift. I don't know what shift, but I felt like a shift happened today. Like a few shifts, a few certain thoughts and words were said in my mind that made me think more and concentrate better. So today I spent 2 hours basically applying for jobs, and I yielded one reply back from a place that I'm interested in. And what prompted me to not post the video in the morning was the thought of my work situation. So I have a job, and it's I've been working for a week. In this job, I'm still working. I'm still hired. The thing is, it's very dependent on people coming in. It's very dependent on foot traffic and tourism and stuff. And right now isn't like vacation time, or it isn't like time to be spending money. Like it isn't like and not only that the season is changing. Of course, we're going to Christmas, so it will get busier, but it isn't gonna be busy as other times. And I realized that this is an opportunity. I'm gonna use this opportunity to get at least 2 new jobs, and I'm still keep this other job, but I'm not going to put myself on call. And as soon as I get one job, I'm gonna change my availability for this current job that I have, because what I realize is that I don't need to be loyal to this company. And it's not that I wanted to be loyal, it's just I had planned to be loyal for a bit. And I mean loyal, I mean as in dedicate attention, energy, and time to be working for them. And I haven't been getting all that I've been giving back. So I realized it's okay, fine, fuck it. Now we're just gonna get 2 jobs. We'll technically have 3 jobs, but this job that I have right now, I'm just gonna like put it in the back burner. And once it gets busy, then I'll put it back in the forefront of the other jobs so I can make money. Because it pays well when the hours are there. And now the hours are not. Why should I care? Why should I be there still? Why should I still be here waiting when I could be doing something much more with my time? Getting money elsewhere. And yes, I should have thought about this prior, but I was so busy the prior month that I didn't know that this month was gonna be this like this. If I had knew what this month was gonna be like, then I would have changed tactics last month. But now that's ifs. I can't work some ifs. Now I gotta work with what is now. So now my strategy is occupy time with other jobs. Soon as this job is in the time for work, when it's in its highest amount of busyness of people coming in, occupying. Because I'll be honest with you, where I work at, it's not cheap to get in. You know, it's a theme park, right? I work at a theme park, and it's not like super bougie, but it's not like fancy either. But it costs a lot to get inside, and the food there costs too, and drinks, and you gotta be thinking about that. And then not only just drinks, the ticket to get inside, and you gotta think about food and drinks, and then not only just food and drinks, you gotta think about like merchandise, and then like other miscellaneous things. So to me, it's like, or like just basically 4 things, right? Merchandise. But basically, it's not cheap, and to be honest with you, the food quality isn't even worth the $1. So I'm starting to realize, yeah, it pays well, but the other cons about the job isn't making it worthwhile all the time. It's worthwhile when it's busy. Now that it's dead and it's dying, and I know that it's going to be dying further along into the future, I think I need to switch gears instantly. And that's why I prompted to save this video, because when I was in the morning, it's not that I was very cheerful or anything, it's more like the day just started. I woke up at 7, lollygaggled on my phone on the bed, then I took a shower. After the shower, I went to cook, and then after cook, I made a video. And then I wasn't fully satisfied with it, because I didn't feel like I didn't have anything to share, positive or negative. Nothing, not that like I needed a conflict, but there was no like spark. There wasn't a theme. There wasn't like a subject for me to ramble on about. What time is it? I can't even tell. It's 9:07, but I don't know when I started this. Oh, 10 minutes. I don't have my glasses on because of it'll be glare on my face. Now, so I spent 2 hours in the library doing all the applications. I'll make some phone calls tomorrow to push more things. And that wasn't the only thing that came into my mind. I was reading the psychology book, Mindset. The Mindset of whatever, the book somewhere. But I'm starting to realize that when I was reading it, there was a certain amount of something I wasn't doing in all aspects of my life. I was doing it in partial aspects, and I wasn't doing it in all aspects, and that is effort. I put effort in myself, but I don't put effort in women. I put effort in cooking, but I don't put effort in drawing. I put effort in cleaning, but I don't put effort in etc. Basically, is that I don't put enough effort in my life. Is what I'm starting to realize and think and feel. And the amount of effort I'm doing now, as little change as has happened, and how much it will happen is gradual. So if I continue doing it, it will increase. But as of now, I have felt better, and I've been thinking better, and I feel like I actually have made some progress. As much progress as I've made, who knows, but I have felt a certain shift in my mind. And it feels good. And that shift only came through the effort I was putting in. And it just makes me feel I'm reinforcing this more. And then with the theme of effort, I also felt like the first video didn't have any of that either. Didn't have any effort to it. But, I'm feeling really, 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 I don't know what's the word, clearer, lighter, sharper. But I know I'm going to have to put more progress and effort. There's got to do more research, more studying. I can't just be reading and writing the same things. I gotta be also reading and writing about other things. Because right now, what I'm reading is about the mindset. It's a book. I'll put it up again in a different video. Just right now, I'm too focused on this. I'm reading some Dracula. I need to put more effort into that. I'm writing 3 different ways. I'm writing about personal things in a personal journal or a notebook, and then in another notebook I'm writing thoughts, phrases, connections, things that I feel like I need to write down. And then I want to do some poems. I still don't know what a poem is. I was gonna figure that out today, because to be honest with you, I don't know what a poem is. By definition, I have no idea what it is. All I know is that it's a form of writing that is expressive emotionally. And it uses different forms of expressions to get those ideas expressed. Like, I know there's haikus. That's a type of poem. But other than that, I don't know anything about poems. Because I don't read poems. I don't write poems. But that's something I kind of am getting interested in. That's fun. That's interesting. I asked myself. And it didn't even land where I wanted to land. Waste. Huh. But yeah. I don't know much about poems. I want to learn about poems and write some. Because I'm writing, like I said, I'm writing different ways to express different thoughts in different ways, I think. So I'm writing emotionally. Then there's those poems, which is I think is creative. I call creative writing. A little section of the notebook I call creative writing, where it's just writes that are just things that are creative in forms of writing. I would say that's my definition. And then the other way is progress, in which every day I'm writing about the progress I've made and the steps I need to do to get to a goal, or get to a goal / goals, because there's multiple. So there's that. Now there's one more form of way I want to practice writing, which is research. I'm writing about my thoughts. Then I'm writing it creatively. Then I'm writing in a way that's very not formal. Maybe there's like personal thoughts and thoughts. Then there's creative. Then there's that weird one, and then there's one that's research that I want to start. And I want to research a subject. Which subject I want to research? Right now, there's a few that I want to, but I had to literally narrow it down to one because I don't want to spread myself too thin. You might be thinking, why are you writing so much? Writing isn't being creative. You're right. But words are important, and I need to do more research, and I need to expand my grasp on language, and just not just in language but in other subjects of matter, because I don't think I'm as well educated as I would believe I am. I feel like I have lost more knowledge than I've gained in the past few years, especially since I graduated high school. I really haven't been progressively learning and researching and expanding my mind. It's been stagnant. It hasn't grown. There's no real depth. It's mostly fluff and filler from movies and TV shows and whatnot. There's not a lot of substance, and I am getting frustrated with myself for that. So putting effort into not being so lack of substance in the brain. I want this brain to be working. All right, the gears, they're turning, but they're like turning nothing. Nothing. So, yeah. How long has it gone? 20 minutes. Alright, well, I'm going to call this a video. But what really struck, though, was the effort part. Putting more effort into more aspects of my life. Because I put effort into parts of my life, but like I said earlier, and what really hit hard was the effort with women. I don't put effort in women, in reality. I know that. I know that deep down. And I think that's what really sets me back on a lot of times. But at the same time, oh, dude, I need to put effort, but I don't want to. or I'm scared, or there's something blocking, and yeah. And not only there, I'm not putting effort, and also not putting effort in like my creativity. Yeah, I write creative writing, but I don't draw, I don't paint, I don't create anything. So that's another thing I need to put more effort into, is to actually create something. Produce art, a drawing, a poem, a fucking painting, a song even, a script, something. Produce something. Put effort into producing something. A step is better than nothing. A stone, placing a stone is better than not having nothing. So, I gotta start building my bridge, start building this wall, whatever I'm building, one, brick at a time, a step, a day, an hour, a minute, a second. Whatever measurement I want to do or use. Just start. I think I'll call this a video, and I think I need to eat something. That's why we have 2 lighters, baby. Let's go. Alright. Bye.